For the longest, I've been wondering why Sammy Virji is always so happy. That smile, bro. I think he always has a smile because his sine waves are just doing illegal things to each other, bro. Like FMing each other. Waveshaping. So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 ways that you can make Sammy Virji style bass line. The first one you're learning is the FM bass. You're going to start off with 2 sine waves. You're going to load up oscillator A and B. Oscillator A is going to be the main one, while oscillator B will modulate oscillator A. FM PD, about the same. I like PD more. Easier to lock in the sound. Step 2 is going to be to move that FM and play with your FM ratio. FM ratio is just going to be your octave range. It's that oscillator B at a higher octave or closer octave to oscillator B. Higher up it goes, the more aggressive, the more metallic it sounds. And the lower it goes, the more it remains thick. Because in this world, there's 2 types of guys and girls. And you know, you either like the top or the bottom. We can now use an LFO to move that knob for us and shape the bass a lot better. Route it there. This blue line controls how high up it goes. Use the LFO to either have it smack or have it wub. The most popular effect you can add here is distortion. Just make sure not to over distort because you can lose the composed vibe of Sammy Virji. And if you overdo it, you're going to go from Sammy Virji to Noisia Urgy or some kind of weird shit like that. Bassline number 2 is going to be the wave-shaped bass. Aggressive. You're going to be using sine waves, except this time, whenever I do these kind of basses, and I feel whenever Sammy does, he loads up his homies, 3, 4 sine waves. Sine side, full. Click, hold Alt, and you can copy them all, lowering down all the levels. You can have this one up. Now you're going to apply heavy distortion. The reason we skip to the distortion is because from here, as I start to increase the level on some of these sines, you're going to hear that the tone changes. Now, anytime you're moving these little knobs and stuff, you know, and you hear sound change, you can always go, you know, I ain't scared. The LFOs always have my back. They will move knobs for me. They will move mountains for me. Ease up a bit. Starts to sound smoother. Let's lower down the level here too so we can use the LFO to control. I'll lower the speed though. More intentional. Gonna give it its shape. I recommend it's going to harmonic intervals, and what that just means, if I were to play a chord on the piano, those are the notes you're gonna hit. Try them out because they will alter the sound that will have you like, mira, how sexy. First off, the reason sine waves work so good in the previous 2 bass lines is because they are simple, haven't been polluted, you know, like it's clean, bro, like limpio. So that is the key. However, there are filters out there that can remove upper and lower frequencies and focus in on one. But it's different because you're doing it to a more harmonic, a more busier sound. We grab a square, we can omit some of the frequencies with the bandpass like so. Increase the drive, find the pocket, high resonance. Let's route the sub direct out so that way it doesn't go into any of these effects. Distort that heavily and that's going to produce a very cool sound. Also play with the level the way it's coming in. As a bonus, I'm going to be teaching you guys the standard 808 bass, which I hear in a lot of Sammy's tracks. This super simple. You're going to start off with, guess what? Another sine, fool. You're going to add an envelope to the coarse pitch. It's unipolar in one direction. You're going to add a bit of a knock. The key thing is to play with that envelope's sustain and decay. Usually I'll lower the sustain all the way down, and with decay I can control how the knock develops. Now from here, the important thing is to route a huge amount of distortion to the sine. You don't want to over distort because then you kill the sound. Use a filter to omit some of that top end. If you want that 808 feel, add a bit of release, and on the bottom right, mono legato. Another pro tip is if you go here and go to a sine, turn the knob. Be one with the knob, my friend. Now, if your bass still sounds like after all of this, I tried, but I just can't help you, bro. Now, I want to show you guys something really cool, which I call the ring mod Flutter. In order to do this, you're going to go into your effects section of any bass and add a ring mod. You can find that under the MISC ring mod. Now, at very low values, it's going to sound more like a tremolo. So when I bring this ring mod Flutter up here, Now, you didn't learn how to make 100 basses. You learned how to make 4 properly dialed in basses. And this is literally my mindset with Omen. My contribution to the UKG world. UK bass sounds, speed garage sounds, mixed in with proper UKG sounds. Made a hybrid. We respect the past, but aren't scared of moving forward with heavier sounds. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure to check out Omen. If you want to see more bassline techniques like the pros, you can click this video to learn even more insane stuff you can stack on top of these bass lines to take things further. I love you, my dude.